morning. Today another gun review and another new toy. If some of you watched one of my previous videos on a Howa 223 I had an XL light chassis, I did move that on and then kind of got the hankering for another one. So I thought I'll spend a bit more this time and, like I said the first time, get a better chassis and a heavy barrel. So I did. So I went into my mate's shop, I won't name names, and he done me such a deal I just couldn't say no. I wasn't necessarily looking for a Howa this time. I was gonna try something else, but the deal he cut me, I couldn't say no. It was, yeah, fantastic. So I just had to take it. So I walked out of the shop with a brand new Howa 1500 mini action in 223 on a oryx chassis, which is made by MDT. The quick going over of the gun, it came as a barreled action, and so I bought a barreled action and then mated it with a chassis. So the barreled action comes out with a 1 1/8 twist and a heavy contour barrel. It's 20 inch with a knurled thread protector on the end, and the thread is 1/2 by 20. So no AR-15 stuff will fit on the end of it, no muzzle devices or suppressors and things like that, so you have to go a different thread. So I had to get another suppressor. I tried something different this time, and I've got an AIM Sport Triton 42, and aesthetically it's just beautiful to look at. The machining is absolutely fantastic, the finish is awesome. It doesn't seem to be as effective as a suppressor as my DPT stuff. DPT, for those of you that aren't in New Zealand, is a New Zealand made brand, and they are just fantastic. But moving on, I've got this in Cerakoted silver. It's a nice finish, it's a nice looking gun. Like most of you have probably seen Howa videos before, but it's just got a it's not a bad trigger in it. It's got an adjustment in it. I haven't done it yet, so I think they're about 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds standard. It's okay, a little bit of creep, but nothing major. I'll adjust it first to see what sort of tension I can get on it and how good it feels, and if it feels good I'll leave it, otherwise I'll look at a Timney or something else just to make it a little bit lighter and more consistent. One of the letdowns on this gun I found is there's such a beautiful firearm, and then they've just got these folded sheet metal style safety and bolt release mechanisms. They're perfectly functional if it'll focus, but yeah, they work fine, but they just a little bit to be desired compared to some other guns, how just agricultural they look. But they're not bad, don't get me wrong, they're perfectly fine. Would have been nice to have something with a little bit better finish, but that's how you keep the price point down, I guess. But yeah, so 3-position safety. You just right back is a bolt is locked, you cannot move it and can't pull a trigger. Second position, you can cycle a bolt but you can't pull a trigger, and third position is right forward, and it's a hot gun, so you're good to fire. There's not a lot I can tell you about anything else, because it's as far as the gun goes in factory form. The bolt, it's 2-lug bolt. It's obviously it's got a chamfer leg in it, so it's safe. It works at cycles nice and smooth. A little bit of play in there, but you get that. It's on the relative scale, it's a cheap-ish firearm. I've gone ahead and put an aftermarket bolt handle on it because I like them. there's nothing wrong with the little knob that comes with the factory, and you can buy some slip-on or screw-on bolt knobs. But I didn't want to go that way, so I threaded mine, and yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, the potential there to get hung up is a little bit more, because it does stick out another inch if you're hunting with it, and I will be hunting with this, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Now the chassis is pretty much their entry-level MDT chassis as far as I'm aware, and I love it. It's all aluminium, one piece. If you can hear that noise, it's birds walking around the roof. If you can't, pretend I didn't say anything. Okay, back to it. So yeah, aluminium chassis with screw-on mouldings, which I think is a very nice finish. The chassis isn't too heavy. I don't know the weights on it, but it's completely manageable as far as I'm concerned. You have adjustable cheek riser on there. I haven't moved mine. Mine, for me, the way I shoot, it absolutely is perfect. You just bring it up and perfect line of sight through the scope. So I won't be changing that. I found the length of pull was a bit short, and you can buy spacers to go between the back, but my shop didn't have any in stock, and neither did anyone else in the city I live in. So I just went ahead and milled up got my friend to mill up. I got a mate that makes these bolt knobs. He milled me up just a couple of spacers, which is just a 10mm spacer, and that's all it took. It absolutely sits perfect on me now. It's just beautiful. I love it. I've topped it off with a Vortex Viper HST. It's a Gen 1. It's a little bit older, but I'll probably upgrade it in the near future. But at the moment, it's well, I'd like to say it seems to be working fine, but I've had a couple of issues with it. But that's neither here nor there. It's a gun review, not a scope review. Moving forward, it doesn't seem to have any sling mounts. Obviously, you can find somebody to screw them on, but yeah, there's no places to put any pick rails or anything underneath and attach them. But where there's a will, there's a way. If you want one on there, you'll make it fit. Pistol grip, awesome. Really ergonomically designed, and I really like it. It sits in your hand, it's comfortable. Yeah. The mag, it's 10 round polymer mag, single stack. Bearing in mind this gun is barely out of the box. It's had a handful of rounds through it. I went in there and I run the barrel in properly, how the factory asks you to do it, and how people recommend doing it. So I've done that. You know, one bullet, solvent, clean it, pull it through, wait for it to cool down. Took about half an hour to do it. I put 20 rounds through it doing that way, and whether it makes a difference, I have no idea. But I thought I'll give it a go, so I've done it. But with the mag, it's quite a tight fit. You've got to give it a smack to get in there. That's, I'm assuming, purely because it's so new, and it's just got to tolerance itself into fitting. The mag release is buried, so you cannot walk around the bush and bump it. Like I know some of the other Howas have had that issue, where you can bump it and you get home and you have no magazine. And some lucky guy in the bush has one. Feeding, it absolutely feeds beautifully. Like, it is one of the nicest feeding guns I've got. I've got 4 rounds here. These are inert. They've got holes drilled through them. They're dead. There's no bang in them. I just pressed a couple of pills in them just for cycling actions, and I'm not a fan of dry firing rifles at all. And snap caps I find wear out, and if you jam them you can, but never mind. So for feeding, it is just butter. It doesn't foul on the ramp. It just it just feeds beautifully. My last Howa, I found that it snagged a little bit, and it deformed the nose on the front of the projectile every now and again. This one here is probably one of the nicest feeding rifles I've ever had. But yeah, so that's a massive plus on that. And on the front of it, I've just got a carbon fibre bipod that I've had for a while. I just put on there, and that's the setup. I haven't had a lot of range time on it yet. Literally just you're running the barrel in it and you're firing a couple down range. It twist rate's 1 in 8, so should probably be looking at using 69 to 77 grain bullets. So hopefully next week I'm going to go out and do some load testing and see what I can find, because I want to do some what I call long range. Long range for me is 500 meters. Where you are at in your shooting capabilities, you might think that's long range as well. Well, you might laugh at me, but it's irrelevant really. It's just that's where I'm at in my shooting at the moment. So that's pretty much a review on the gun, and at this stage I absolutely love it. I'd expect more in the tolerances and fitment if it was a higher end gun, but it's a Howa 1500. You know, they're brilliant guns. They've got a fantastic MOA guarantee, which is sub MOA for the first 3 rounds at 100, and yeah, I haven't even started to look at doing that yet. I haven't got into it. I just ran out of time at the range the other day. So next week I'm hoping to head out. There's not a whole lot more I can tell you about it, except yeah, for entry level or budget target rifle, just affordability and everything, it's not bad. Like I've had the scope for a little while now, and like that was $1,300 or $1,400 here new. You can pick them up for about $500-600. Full retail on the gun with the chassis. Full retail here is somewhere around the $1,800, I think. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. I haven't looked for a while. So it's, in the overall scheme of things, it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's not the most expensive thing in the world. I just went to one of our SHOT shows, equivalents we have here, and looking at some Desert Tech rifles. They are, oh, beautiful. My mate's got one. I had to go with it a couple months ago. Absolutely amazing. But it was $16,000 worth. It's just, yeah, and you could feel it. It was amazing. And this is far from it. But yeah, for what I want to do, it's absolutely perfect. I'll do some shooting at the range and put up another video of it in the near future. But yeah, would I recommend it? Absolutely, absolutely. It feels nice. A little bit of heavy trigger on from factory, but they're adjustable. Yeah, it's just a all-round nice gun. Yeah, not much more I can say on that. But awesome. Hey, thanks for your time. Oh, do that like and subscribe thing. It's not a money. I'm not trying to make money out of these things, but it makes you feel good that you're doing something right. If people appreciate what you're doing. And this is just a hobby for me. I'm not trying to make money out of it. It's not what it's about. I know it is for some, not this guy. Alright, thanks for your time. Much appreciated. Have a nice day.